A youngster's physical growth may taper off during the school years, but they're taking huge cognitive strides.
Do you know what a video is?
If you haven't seen your school-aged niece or nephew in a while, the first thing you're likely to notice is how talkative they've become.
So you'll see on the telly. What's on there?
At this age, children are vigorously building upon the language explosion that occurred during infancy. By the 5th grade, their vocabulary might be as large as 40,000 words.
No repeats or hesitation. I'll go first. I'll go second. Starting with names of celebrities.
Their speech no longer requires conscious effort. Years of experience interacting with people and places and their natural curiosity has made acquiring new words simple.
I have another sentence. Another one. Ice cream is my favorite dessert.
Excellent. Ice cream.
And they have a solid understanding of grammar, of how words are arranged and how they relate to one another.
I was watching.
The Simpsons.
Nope.
Oh, that's sad.
The Yankees.
Oh, yeah, that's still Oh, yay!
Okay. Helping verbs. David, you see one?
Have.
Yes. Any other helpers? Emily.
Was.
Yes. Excellent.
What's up? What's up? What's up? Yeah. What's up?
The most entertaining way to observe how language skills mature is to swap jokes with some school-agers.
I got his hat.
The younger kids, well, they're not exactly ready for the Tonight Show.
Why is the traffic light always embarrassed?
Because.
Why?
Because it always changes. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Banana.
Banana who?
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Banana.
Banana who?
Aren't you glad I didn't say banana? Why did the tiger lose the race?
Older kids know about timing and delivery.
Oh, lose the race. Why did the tiger lose the race?
Because the other guy was a terrible cheater. Those are funny jokes. Better than mine almost.
Almost better.
School-age children are more discerning than we might think. They know talking to an adult requires a formal kind of speech.
Here. Why does that affect what he's saying or doing? Jessa?
Well, it's kind of what Jakey said. He's like scared that his dad's gonna be like, okay, I don't get this. How did you find out that I might be I'm dating another woman, but dad might not be dating another woman, so.
While talking to friends is a whole different ball game.
Shut up! I got a Venusaur and a Charizard.
I don't care if you even have a booger in your butt.
Knowing when to keep quiet is part of another subtle but important cognitive skill that school-agers learn. Selective attention is the ability to screen out distractions and focus on a given task. Like Lorenzo and Diane, outside, the world might be coming to an end. They probably wouldn't even notice.
School-agers have developed a sophisticated understanding of their own thought processes, known as metacognition. They can also process information much quicker. Both of these factors help them to evaluate cognitive tasks in a strategic and creative manner.
We cut out this, and then we cut it into smaller pieces.
Jesse and Lucas knew they could solve this geometry assignment by breaking it down into small steps.
Square unit. This is another whole square unit.
On this, and then
this.
And then what's the other one?
Is a leftover piece.
They were able to focus on only the less familiar aspects of the problem and never lost sight of the big picture.
This one make a whole piece because if you put them together, see, they make a whole piece. Okay.
Jeffrey Sachs has studied the body part counting strategies of Oksapmin children in Papua New Guinea.
The Oksapmin use a 27 body part counting system. They begin counting with the thumb on one hand, count around, up around the upper periphery of their body, down until the little finger of the opposite hand. In a traditional life, there's really not a lot of need for representing number in everyday life, or very little need for representing number.
Things changed when Western-style arithmetic was introduced into local schools.
Find the answer and write it on your boards.
As kids were engaged with these new kinds of arithmetical problems, they constructed arithmetical strategies that weren't in the culture and weren't in their own indigenous community. In some sense, these were novel historical inventions of these children in the social history of the Aksatman group.
Let's pretend that he's a very rich man and he has 17 pigs. And his brother gives him 5 more pigs. And how many pigs would he have altogether?
To solve then 5 plus 17, a child might do something like this. 17 is represented on the neck of the other side of the body, and he adds 5 more, and he does that by looking at his hand and saying the thumb goes to the shoulder, the first finger goes to the bicep, third finger goes to the elbow, the fourth finger goes to the forearm, and the fifth finger goes to the wrist. And wrist on the other side of the body in the Aksatman language is the equivalent to the number 22 in our system.
How many does he say?
We're going to be filmed from
The
now
more children know, the
until
easier it is to
maybe
organize and integrate new information.
And the first thing that we're doing this morning is sharing our Indian name stories. So, unless you say your name went from Wise Warrior to
Frost Elder.
It's easy for Machiste to learn more about Native Americans because that's what he's studying at school.
However, he'll need to discover some good strategies for storing and retrieving all those facts and figures.
How long do you think it would take you to memorize 10 more names of Native American tribes?
It might take me a few weeks. To memorize it, you'd have to find the names, then you'd have to not look at the names for a while, so you wouldn't be able to memorize.
I'll probably make a list. I might make another copy and keep it with me just in case I might forget it. I can check.
But then if you couldn't memorize it, you'd have to look at the names again.
Write them down on a piece of paper and say them over and over again.
I could go on the web, maybe. I could go on a website. I could read about it in books, which would probably be more convenient.